Dear friends of Jewish Ideas, Rabbi Mark Angel asked me to speak to you and to let you know certain aspects of my work and certain experiences which might be enlightening or might clarify or might be useful for any of you that are involved in rabbinical work. I'm not going to make a detailed description, but to just give certain ideas. Personally, I was born in Argentina from a Yekische Orthodox family, and went to yeshiva in Buenos Aires in a certain small branch of the Premier Yeshiva in Buenos Aires, then to Shamsher Rafal Hirsch in Breuers in New York, and I'm a Musmach of Ner Israel in Baltimore, and went to City College and Loyola, etc. And now I am 41 years here in Bogota, servicing as the Ashkenazic rabbi, and of course, so many years, there are a certain amount of experiences which are very interesting, and it's a small community. We are around 4,000 Jews in Bogota. There used to be a bit more, and we lost certain amount during the war of the drug war, but it's a very active community. Everybody belongs, and the community is divided in three kehilles, traditional kehilles, the Ashkenazic and the Sephardic and the conservatives, which originally were the Yekes. And we have a new phenomenon, which I'm going to speak afterwards, which is 18 communities of Geirim spread out in the entire country in Colombia. My first impression that I learned, and I would like to give it over, when I was interviewed around 48 years ago in Buenos Aires for a job as a principal of the religious Joseph Caro school. One of the members of the board that interviewed me seemed to me that I had a higher level of Frömmigkeit than they had expected for their principal. After discussing certain issues, he came up with a wonderful definition which led my entire work life. Is a little bit more, a bit less. The main thing is your character. He was not a Musser, but Musser was a Yeke, and he said the character traits of a leader is more important than his religious, his frum alignment, and that was a leitmotif to be a good mensch. If you want to be a successful rabbi, you have to be a good guy. It doesn't work even if you have ambitions. You might be very charismatic, and I saw the opposite in my career. I saw the opposite of people who were very, very capable, very knowledgeable, and very charismatic, but they were no mensch. If you're not a mensch, it blows up. At one point, it blows up. That's the first thing that I wanted to share with you. Secondly, all these years I am working here, and I'm a hard worker because I get involved from the smaller kids in school, and I teach, and I'm in school half a day, and then with the golden age with all elderly people, and then Gittin, Kiddushin, Giurin, and all the rabbinical complete panorama, Hashgochin Kashrus. From experience, these 40 years, I would say the main factor that made me different than other rabbis that I'd known, that I was able to build bridges. To get along with other kehilles, to get along with other trends in Judaism. We are a pluralistic kehillah, in the sense that in the same kehillah we were from the ultra-Orthodox, from Haredim, and small group of Haredim, and they can be davening at the same place as people who are completely non-frum. And so to be able to have a real, what in Yekish we used to call Einheitsgemeinde, where everybody should be represented and should feel comfortable, and that everybody can learn something from what we can offer them within the services in the Kehillah. And the main bridge and the main factor of help and the main factor of understanding was my relationship with Chabad. With the relationship with Chabad, which is very old, and I was extremely happy to incorporate in my shul, in my community, a Shaliach from the Rebbe, and we are best friends. And that bridge of Chabad and a community rabbi is, I think, a very fruitful, a very positive one. Chabad, in addition, if you believe or you don't believe in every details, and if you admire or you don't admire the Rebbe, which I'm very, very full of admiration, is that Chabad is today as a world movement which has grown so much and gives you stability in small communities that we are, and we can rely back, we have a point of reference, we can compare, we can share. It's really, and I suggest to every community rabbi, especially in relatively small communities, to have a strong bridge with Chabad. It only brings parity. We might have certain differences, so you look down certain differences, but the main thing is to build together, because they have 4,000 branches which are aligned on a certain line, and it's orthodox. They are Ohev Eretz Yisrael completely. I'm a full-fledged Zionist, so they have a different type of Zionism and different experiences on that, but they want Eretz Yisrael Shlema. We have to build that bridge urgently in every Jewish community where there's a rabbi which belongs to our line. As a phenomenon here in Colombia, we have these 18 groups. Some of them are already Kehillas of Geirim, Geirei Tzedek, people who have no bridge to any couple, no bridge to any relationship with community, and they are Geirim, and they build up beautiful communities in all over Colombia, in the big cities, in small cities. Some of them have their Giur already from Orthodox. They are all Orthodox Giurim, and they are building up. We have around 100 of the Colombian Giurim in Eretz Yisrael in yeshivas, in yeshivot, in all types of yeshivot, from very Haredi one. We have even a ger in belts until Yeshivat HaKotel and Beit Midrash Faradi, and we are very proud of this process of gerim, and they built beautiful kehillas. The problem is that I believe in it, but the members of my board are question that believe. They are afraid that the integration might harm somehow the kehillah, but I do not see any risk in it, because I think these people will be independent. They will not integrate into our regular because of socio-economic reasons. So it's healthy that they should have very strong communities. And the latest news in this development, which is around 12, 14 years old, is that they have 4 musmochim already. Diaspora yeshiva, the Rabbi Goldstein gave them smicha. So, and they are coming back and they are building up. So that's what I wanted to share. And if there are any questions, I'm here to answer them. Any clarifications, it will be a pleasure. Shalom, and let us be in touch.